presentation on the education support. The education support is the main, the education is important to a life of a human being. And the Tamil Nadu Urban Habitat Development Board facilitates for the education support of the families, especially the youth who have been resettled under our resettlement projects. This is the residents before the resettlement. They have, as I told you in the last presentation, they have been residing on the river margins, road margins, and other objectionable areas. To them, we provided the high-raised buildings. We call them tenements after the resettlement. So this is the before and after resettlement of the families whom we deal with. Then next, as soon as the families they will be shifted due to sudden rain or tsunami, whatever calamity, natural calamities, or if the whole the construction or development work. So they have will be shifted to a different place under a resettlement process. So, for example, when during the 2015 floods, we settled the families during the February 2016 to a resettlement. So immediate need, what we did, the need of the education we have to cater to. So what we did is we organized a special enrollment camp or drive in coordination with these education departments, the transport department and the police, so that the students are given admission, on spot admission. Otherwise they have to run to pillars and posts for want of transfer certificates or all those things. But due to the intervention of the government and the Tamil Nadu Urban Habitat Development Board, children are admitted to the nearby schools based on the school enrollment drive. And not only that, in order to, we have conduct rally, human chain and other social mobilization activities, so that who are out of school children or who are school dropouts can also be aware of the importance of education and join the mainstream. Next. So issue of free bus pass. Some are willing to study within the schools within the area, but some wanted to go to their earlier place. So for that also we facilitate with the Metropolitan Transport Corporation to issue immediate free bus pass to the children. And also not only that, exclusive buses for school students we arrange, so that they can fulfill their wish of studying at the earlier area itself. So these are the few things we facilitate towards their education. Next. Next, not only that, though we are involved in construction and we have a community development wing in the Tamil Nadu Urban Habitat Development Board, who we are professional social workers, masters in social work, and so that we take the community development needs of the families. So even we provide special coaching classes for the 10th plus 2 exam appearing students. And not only that, career guidance after plus 10th and plus 2, so that they can choose their choice, have their choice for higher studies. Next. Then this is related to our topic, the identifying students for higher education support. So these people, their parents are mostly auto drivers, construction workers, housemates, housekeeping, plumbers, drivers, all those things. So they find it difficult to meet the education needs of the children, especially the higher education. So what we did is we thought of providing them the educational support and CSR. And for that, we identified the students. We had a meeting consultation with them to know their background, their interest, and their family income. All those things were taken into account and identified the students for higher education support. And after the service scrutinized with the thing with the officials, so that the students get the support. Then after if the shortlisted, we have separate meetings with them, so that we motivate them for higher studies, as well as the importance of the fund we provide, because it is not, they should feel it is not an easy go. It is because of the initiatives of many, and the good heart they, with the good heart they give, so that they should use it properly to come up life. So in such scales, we provide them a motivation to the students who have been selected. And this is the function we used to have on the issue of scholarships. Our honorable ministers, managing director, and other higher officials of the government come and issue the scholarship at their doorsteps. It's a function held last year. This is March. Then, as I said, we conduct even job fairs to these students who are willing, college students, so that they can also get affordable jobs on their own interest and education qualification. Next. This is one of the student, Charmadi. She was shifted during the 2015 flood from an area called Kottuppuram to area called Perumbakam. At that time, she was studying 10th standard. As I said, we arranged her bus pass and everything. At that time, I arranged for a scholarship. Then after that, she changed her school and did her +2. And 2019, she joined, she cleared her NEET examination and got her admission in MBBS at the Tiruvarur College of Medical Study. And we have identified and we have honored her. The board, Tamil Nadu Urban Habitat Development Board, have honored her with a small amount to join the course. And apart from that, I made her story to come in the Indian Express, and all the readers have supported her 1 year study materials. And through our intervention, the church convent have provided her 1 years of fees. And it is her family. She is the third daughter, and her parents, as I told you, we used to give mobile bunks. No, with that they're engaged in sale of fruit juice in front of a college. And the others two girls also, they have very much well educated. And it is the middle one, the doctor, Mrs. Charmadi, is now doing her third year at Tiruvarur College. And this is through our help we are able to see a girl from that resettled community as a doctor. And these are the support of the print medias on the support which we have provided towards the higher education. And in this, it's in the Tamil, it has been the Mudal Talaimurai Patadari. They are the first generation graduates to whom our chief secretary had an interaction with them at one of our scheme called Kanagi Nagar. Next. So education is the best investment that India can do, and through education we can definitely bring them a change in their livelihood, lifestyle, and in everything. So through this thing, the Tamil Nadu Habitat Board facilitates a change in their lifestyle. Thank you.
Sir, very good project. In fact, education is the only thing which can bring disruptive transformation in the life of citizens.
Yes,
Not
sir.
only for jobs and employment and
Yeah,
livelihood,
it's not
but
education.
it is also for
All
creating a civilized society. I am
society.
very happy that your one student, which you have shown that she got selected in MBBS and
Yes.
qualified NEET.
Many are there, sir.
Very
And
good work, sir.
we use that girl to motivate others in our youth meetings.
Definitely, definitely. We should promote such
Yeah.
champions
Yes, sir.
who can bring other stars also
Yes, sir.
to emulate them.
Yeah. Now there are
Excellent work.
many engineers and doctors, advocates on the line.
Very good, sir. In fact,
Thank you.
this is the thing which everybody will appreciate.
Yes, thank
Excellent
you.
and outstanding work, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Really outstanding work, sir. But how do you distinguish between the people living in resettlement colony or some student who are just living in nearby colonies? So
Sir,
what is it?
this the whole the Tamil Nadu Urban Habitat Development Board is fully engaged with the resettlement or for the urban poor. It is we work for the urban poor. So we what the students we have mentioned, we have about 1,73,000 tenements we called as units in 354 schemes all over Tamil Nadu, and we have about 199 such schemes in Chennai city. And what all the this March month we selected about 141 students and provided the scholarships from this 199 schemes. And we are also on the verge of providing another 150 students next month. We are just waiting for the appointment of the minister to for the issue of the second. So it's all we know it is the families who we have allotted as houses by the board.
Okay, good enough. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir. Support activities implemented by
This meeting is being recorded.
is implemented by the Tamil Nadu Urban Habitat Development Board. It's a state government board which resettle families who have been residing on the river banks, road margins, railway margins, and another objectionable areas, and we resettle them in high-ended flats called tenements. So we not only provide them with houses, but also we provide them with all the other in community infrastructure facilities and the livelihood opportunities. And I'm going to deal on the livelihood opportunities provided by the board. Next. Yeah. When they resettle, we have to provide them with some skills so that they can earn an employment at their doorstep or engage in self-employment, so or get some jobs nearby. So what the first we think we provide them with the skill trainings. We do auto publicity, door to door campaign, issue of pamphlets, and so that what are skills we are going to impart to them through the Tamil Nadu Urban Habit, through the Tamil Nadu Skill Development Corporation and the Tamil Nadu Urban Livelihood Mission. So we conduct special camps and identify candidates from our areas. And so far we have identified about 7,000 and odd candidates to get enrolled in the skill development trainings. Next. And this is through the pamphlets. We issue door to door and explain and collect their details, their education qualifications, their age and other background, so that they need not go out. We go to them at their doorstep and provide an invitation to come up in life through the skill trainings provided. These are the pamphlets which we have given. Next. Then after enrolling, we provide impart the skill trainings at the doorsteps. It is from 1 day to it's maybe a week's time, 3 months or 6 months training, but depends upon the course. So we provide a lot of skill trainings to both men and women, boys and girls, on driving, beautician, two-wheeler, three-wheeler mechanic, catering, computer, MS Office, nurse aid training, JCB training, and different types of trades, about 35 trades we provide them. It's some are within the schemes and some are nearby to the schemes, and we motivate them with special invitees so that we get we maintain the retention of the trainees in the during the trainings. And this is what you see is the beautician training, and the driving license also we provide for both men and women so that they can have a safe life drive. And this is another training which we have done with the Tamil Nadu Urban Livelihood Mission. It's a catering training for both men we have given. So now there is a very demand for this fast food world. In this fast world, for the demand for fast food. So we have trained many women in from the tenements. We call them the place we resettle them. We call them tenements, and we provide them with the catering training. So they cater. So the training cater their financial need of the families. Next. Not only our skill, it's only for not only for job, it's for also to encourage them to have to become entrepreneurs. So our skill training facilitates entrepreneurial development. So based on the train on the entrepreneurial training, we provide them how to the market to do a market survey, how to be customer friendly, how to put a budget, all those things, banking, all those things we provide them with a training so that they start their own business at their doorsteps and become entrepreneurs. Not only that, after the skill end of the skill training, we provide them the government certificate as well as the stipend, or it is the transport allowance. So it is all at their doorstep we provide. They need not run to pillar to post. Everything is provided at their doorstep so that they earn a livelihood immediately after the resettlement based on our skill trainings. Next. Job fair. Apart from that, based on the trainings given, we arrange for a platform for both the job provider and the job seeker. It is maybe from the fifth standard to college engineering students and those who have finished our completed our training. So we have a job fair at the within the scheme itself or nearby college or somewhere, and we do the auto publicity so that the coverage is made, many participate, and different companies come to the area and provide them the job or opportunities. Next. These are the other livelihood initiatives. Because it's the resettled community, the main challenge we face is the job opportunities or the livelihood. If they were in the core city, but due to they have the encroached area has to be developed, they are resettled in somewhat nearby settlements. So there their livelihood becomes a big challenge. So what we do is we form self-help groups and other initiatives with the in coordination with the line departments. What you see is the sanitary napkin unit run by the self-help groups. So that we have two things here. One is that to inculcate the habit of using napkin, as well as it's an economic activity to the self-help groups. They have repaid the loan, and which we have arranged through the bank, and they have had an livelihood. The second one is the Women on the Wheels of Progress, a women self-help group. Under the livelihood support program, we have provided them with a Mahindra Tourister van. They pick up and drop the women employees of the IT companies, IT corridor on the OMR, so that the groups get an income. They share the income they get through the hiring charges for the van. This is our one of the initiative. Next. This it's the wheels of progress. Based on our initiative, we have given them 50 auto rickshaws for both men and women on subsidy as well as loan basis. We have identified them, we have motivated them to repay the bank loan, and they have repaid the bank loan. 70% was given as subsidy and 30% as bank loan. All the 51 have repaid, and especially it's a success because the women stand on their own legs. Here it is not legs, they stand on the progress of wheels. It is they who support the family with their income. Here we face a lot of challenge because women are on the roads driving the auto rickshaw and the Mahindra Tourister van. Here we used to motivate the mother-in-laws, the family members, to support the women so that they get empowered and stand on their own legs towards a better life. These are the other initiatives. You can show the urban poor. They do small petty shop, run small petty shops or a tiffin shops, a mechanic shops, and whatever in whatever trades they are interested. So we provide them with about 25,000 worth of materials. It is not the money we give, but we'll purchase them. For example, the man who's the mechanic shops, we provide them with the tools which required, and for the petty shops and the tiffin shops, we have entered an MOU with the um, with a hotel, so that சுப்புலட்சுமி நடத்துனாங்களே with a hotel, so that they provide them, for example, they provide them for 30 rupees a lunch to the self-help group, and these people will sell with 50 rupees at the area. By afternoon the food comes from the trust, and these self-help groups at the area gets a profit of 20 rupees per packet and sale. So these are the other initiatives we have taken, so that some economic activity is being carried out by the women and the other men at their within our resettlement area to earn a livelihood. Next. These are the training kits we give. We give, as I said, we provide them with trainings and entrepreneurial development training and things. Apart from that, as a source of encouragement and as well as to start a business immediately on the completion of the training, we provide them these toolkits. For example, if they have finished the electrician kit, we have provided electrician kit, or a plumber kit, or if she has finished fashion designing or a tailoring course, we provide them with the sewing machine and a lot of other things, xerox machines. If they want to do a business sale of vegetables, so we provide them with the mobile bunks, tricycles, so that they sell coconuts and others within area nearby neighborhood and earn a livelihood. And this is the one thing which we provide through the training kits. And we, as I said, through the TNULM urban livelihood mission, we form self-help groups. We empower them, we provide them the revolving fund and other things, and we encourage them to start their own enterprise. At one scheme called Perumbakam, we have the Avin Parlor, which is run by the self-help groups on the monitoring of the Tamil Nadu Urban Habitat Development Board and the Tamil Nadu Urban Livelihood Mission. So it's all to have to stand on their own legs, to have an income of their own at the area. And these are the news on the skills development programs we had implemented through the by the TNUHB in coordination with the NGOs as well as the line departments. Yeah, this is based on the livelihood supports we have given. They have they have earned income. They have earned, for example, that is the check they are being received by the self-help groups from the Tamil Nadu Urban Livelihood Missions. Lot of enterprises they have started on their own. Many have become entrepreneurs. Many have gone for jobs. And so all these things we have by the efforts of TNHDB, they find a livelihood, which is a very, very challenging aspect in the rehabilitation project process, which the board is being involved. And these are the above steps we have taken towards the betterment of the livelihood of our rehabilitants. And it's an endless process. All our initiatives continue towards a better livelihood for the resettled families. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Very noble work. Excellent project you have done.
Thank you, sir.
But by the way, how many persons you have trained so far, and are they fully satisfied with your training?
We have trained about 400 and odd boys and girls. It is, we cannot tell that they are fully satisfied, because they have their own options and willing thing. Especially the boys, we face a lot of challenge in training the boys. Women, they, once we go twice or thrice, they come willingly for training. But for boys, they have other attractions or distractions, whatever it may be coined. So for example, they want immediate money. They say they want nearby, but they will go for other for example, the Suzuki training which we had in the PPT. It's just about 5 to 6 kilometers from the resettlement area. But when we go and approach, they will be playing or simply idly sitting. But when we go and approach them to come for a training, just sir, are we to come 5 kilometers from here? But the next day I can see them at the Marina Beach or at a mall or at theaters, which is about 20 20 kilometers from their
Okay.
settlement.
Okay,
Oh,
sir. Okay, okay. Got it. Got it. Thank you
thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
So whenever we provide any sort of training, then there should always be a mechanism to check whether whatever you are doing is providing results or not.
Yes, sir. We have.
Yes. Do we have that system in
Yes,
place?
sir. With the Tamil Nadu Skill Development Corporation, we have provided training. We have entered MOU, and their placement, they have to provide placement, and we are in check. And we have officers for different areas. They will visit, they will inspect the area, they will check the attendance and all those things. They will give report. On based on that only, the training provider will be released with the installments, the amount that is sanctioned in installments. So there is definitely a check or a supervision on the trainings we impart.
Okay. You mentioned in your presentation there's around 7,000 enrollments were made, and now you are mentioning that around 400 have been implemented.
Yes, sir. Sorry, that is the 7,000 I told. We have identified through our skill trainings. Now we have trained up so far 1,400. The 7,000 I said, through the special camps we have identified the trainees in different trades. Last year we conducted the camp to identify, and among the 7,000 we have trained 1,400 so far.
So there is a big gap. Do you don't have resources, or what is happening?
It is because the government projects, they have limitation, or the number of trainees in the course is fixed for a year. For example, driving means they have 25 per batch in the different batches. Now we about the 200 have been trained in Chennai and other areas, and through NGOs. And this was started with from the last November. We have for the past 1 year we are doing, and we are able to do this 1,400 through this project. Apart from that, the NGOs provide, but through this I am telling.
So are you engaging yourself with some NGOs or some third party so that this gap could be filled up?
Yes, sir. We are very much. We want to achieve the target, as I said, and through not only the Tamil Nadu Urban Livelihood Mission or the TNSTC, we have a NGO networking. In each tenements, we have provided them with the tenements or a place, for example, vocational training center, so that on their source also they provide trainings.
Okay, good enough. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Social audit,
This meeting is being recorded.
which facilitates the people's participation in the construction work of the Tamil Nadu Urban Habitat Development Board under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban, that is housing for all. This is about the Tamil Nadu Urban Habitat Development Board. This is the pioneer institution of the Tamil Nadu in India. Slum clearance, Tamil Nadu Slum Clearance Board was the first one to be established in India in 1970 for the resettlement of the urban poor. And last year we changed the name to Tamil Nadu Urban Habitat Development Board, as the word slum has a negative connotation. So we thought of changing the name of the board. Not only with the name, we have lot of community development activities, so that their whole lifestyle changes, not only with the name of the board, but also their life. And our motto is, God we shall see in the smile of the poor, and all our activities march towards achieving it. This is a social audit, sir. Under the Prime Minister's Awas Yojana, we have this is like a third party intervention in the constructions participation of the construction work we give, not only the construction, right from planning and they entering their new house after the handing over of the keys. So this is the objective, that to have peoples, to facilitate participation of the people, to reduce the gaps and quality improvement. All those things are the main objective of the social audit. It is an interaction between the board, the beneficiaries, and the third party. We call it as the independent facilitating agency. Next. The need for social audit is that people usually they just we government to construct buildings and allot them houses. It is, we don't want it to be, and it is not also want it to be as per the guidelines of the Prime Minister's Awas Yojana. So the people should be involved right from planning to the implementation. So this is the need we have for the social audit. It is the monitoring, their participation to strengthen the mission, to improve professionalism, to reduce corruption, monitoring, and to get their feedback, the need of the social audit. And so we implement this. The Tamil Nadu Urban Habitat Development Board is the nodal agency in Tamil Nadu for the Housing for All schemes. So through this audit, we train the community right from the planning level to take part in the program, to encourage them with the local democracy, so that they have the governance and all such things, so that they encourage the government's project as well as they participate, so that it is not like it is like their own independent house which they are constructing. So to give them such a attitude, we encourage this social audit project, and all the vulnerable groups are trained and encouraged, and it promotes a collective decision as well as the sharing of responsibilities of the stakeholders. Next. This is the process, sir. The first one is hiring of the independent facilitating agency. The as this we are social workers here. We have involved the professional social work institutions. Next, there will be a slide on the list. They are involved in this audit. First, the hiring of the IFA, then they form a social audit facilitating team among the professors of their colleges. Then, based on the list we provided for which the social audit needed, it is they who select the schemes or the dwelling units, and they have interaction with the beneficiaries. It is they who go and meet the people, conduct meetings, interaction, and develop a rapport with the stakeholders. And after that, they do a mapping and the formation of the committees. They have interactions with different groups, youth groups, aged one, women, children, so that the committee comprises of all the representations of the group. Then in order to have a collectiveness, they facilitate the public hearing, a consultation, so that the beneficiaries' collectiveness is ensured. Then, as we conduct survey, a focus group discussion. Through the survey, we'll come to know what all needs they have, and also a focus group discussion, because the need of the youth will be different from the need of a aged one. The women will have their own needs. So we conduct an exclusive focus group discussion with the groups, and based on that, the findings and report are submitted by the independent facilitating agency to PONHTB, and in turn we submit it to the GOI after implementing the projects. Next. These are the list of independent facilitating agencies which we have to which we have engaged the MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, and we have allotted them different schemes. Such schemes, institutions are the Madras School of Social Work, Madras Christian College, Hindu College, Stella Maris College, Patrician College of Arts and Science, Madurai Institute of Social Sciences, Bishop Cardwell College, Thoothukudi, Bardiyar University, Coimbatore, and also we are on the process of entering MOU with the Bardiyar University, Tiruchirappalli, and the Loyola College of Chennai. And the other opposite is all the resettlement schemes or our tenement schemes where the social audit is being carried out. by the independent facilitating agencies, not only in Chennai but also in the other districts. This is a photo of the signing of the MOU with the independent facilitating agency. The one the is, we issue in the order is our managing director, Mr. Govindrao IAS, and the other things is the some few paper cuttings on the signing of MOU under the social audit. This is the selection of the schemes. The independent facilitating agency visit the area. They consult the benefits, the rehabilitants there, so that build a rapport to further to proceed further. Then we have the stakeholders meet mapping and the committee formation. Not only that, not only we are involved with the officials, but also with the local representatives. This social audit, the committee I told you know, it is not only the people among the stakeholders, the elected representatives like the councillors, MLAs, MPs are also part of the committee. So it's a discussion with that, so that we get easy. When they also intervene, we can ensure the people's support when the elected representatives are also with us. This is the interaction by the independent facilitating agency. The above is from the Madras School of Social Work in a different schemes, Subedar Garden and other such schemes. They go and interact them at the. It is not a fixed time. It is the time is fixed based on the wish of the beneficiary. It may be evening or late night or early morning on Sundays like that. So the interaction continues for a better action. So based on the interaction, we get a collectiveness. We can ensure the collectiveness of the beneficiaries by public hearing, different meetings, level of meetings, and different associations with them. This is the survey. The college students, Madras Christian College and the other colleges involved in Thoothukudi and Cardwell College are involved. They take the survey with the people on. We have a questionnaire on what all needs they have and what all changes they want to do in the planning of the sketch. All those things. It is not. It is a collective work. The engineering wing of the board, the community development wing, as well as the revenue wing of the board, along with the independent facilitating agency, the volunteers, the committees which we have formed in the group are all involved in taking the project forward. Once we start them from the planning, they have been residing in the tenements which we have provided long back, say for example about 24 years, 25 years back. So now it may be in a dilapidated condition. So we want them to we wanted it to be reconstructed. So it is through this the social audit is being carried out, so that now it may be a 5-floor, it would have been a 5-floor tenement with about 800 families, for example. Now, due to scarcity of land and tenements, and there is more need for people who want residence. So what we do, we go for a high-rise building for about 10 floors or 12 floors. In that time, the people who have been residing earlier will show some objections. So it is through this social audit we will motivate them. So they also need houses. Now there is a lot of demand, and your house will not be affected. You will be allotted in whatever floors you have been residing. All those things and the types of designs we consult with them, and before we shift them to another place to demolish the building and to construct the tenement, we provide them a rupees 24,000 ex gratia amount by the government. So with that amount, they can find some other alternative arrangement for the period of 18 months, in which we plan to construct the new building and hand over the keys. This is after the construction and all this process. I said 2 months back, our honorables Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu is handing over the keys to the beneficiaries. A new key to new life, so that are not on the objectionable areas. Now they have their own house with it's a two-bedded apartment with a closed bedroom, and inside they have a separate toilet and bathroom. In the earlier places which they have been residing on the road margin, river margins, they don't have a toilet, and that lead to lot of health problems. So now they have a separate house with a airy thing, 2 bedrooms, everything provided. And this is the outcome of the social audit. With the social audit, the social development of the beneficiaries have been enhanced. They take part in the participation. Otherwise, they will be just doing their own work as the construction. Now, as if they are constructing their own house, they come and inquire. They interact with the contractors, the engineers, the social scientists, and there is a development in their social attitude. It has also narrowed the gaps between the mission and the reality. So we want to be involved them from right from parties planning. So now we have made them to be with us right from the planning to implementation, and the community participation has been promoted by this outcome of the social audit which we have done. So right from the beginning to end, the quality check and everything we are involved. As I said, it is for the poor, the slum, the urban habitat development board has been working all these days. But through this social audit, the smile of the poor, for which we march and work with by the board, is being facilitated with their people's participation through the committee and the social audit. So with this people's participation, the smile of the poor continues, and the board also marches towards the same. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Very good effort. But what is the selection criteria of IFA? In fact, IFA, from your list, I see that they are from academic background, all the
Yes, sir.
colleges.
Yes, sir. It is we have advertised in the we have made an EOI, and the experiences of the colleges who have been involved already in such social audit projects of the different schemes of the other departments have been involved in this. It is based on the EOI they have expressed. We have a committee with the engineers, social scientists, and from our revenue section, and under the head of the managing director, IAS officer, the IFA have been shortlisted and entered MOUs.
And no other organization had bid for the IFA except these academic institutions.
Sir, this based on the guidelines we have given for the academic institution. Apart from that, for the quality check and all, we have we have interaction, and we have engaged Madras IIT and Cube. They are has a third, and also Anna University. They come as third party to guide us and to check the quality control. We have that is a separate thing we have for the infrastructure thing, and the IIT Cube and the Anna University.
Okay, got it. It means
Yes,
you have for a technical part, you
yes,
have another.
yes, sir. Another
Okay.
thing.
Okay, got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Good
Thank you
work,
all
sir.
for it. Thank you,
Good
sir.
work, sir. Thank you. No
Thank
special.
you. Thanks.
Implemented the capital system. I want to show the presentation on that. Actually, earlier the property tax, you all know that it is the major reliable source of own revenues to the urban local bodies. Earlier, up to 31/3/2021, we used to levy the property tax on annual rental value based system. Of course, this system is also earlier appraised by the so many agencies. That is, earlier we used to levy the property tax basing on the location, type of construction, plinth area, and age of the building and nature of uses. So that rate of property earlier, and we used to fix up this annual rental value system per square meter or on rental value basis in each ULB, depending upon the different kinds what I have said. And the rate of taxation is the key factor in the assessment. After arriving the annual rental value, after giving the depreciations, we used to levy the property tax at the different rates. For residential buildings, we used to levy at 25% and non-residential 33%. And for vacant land, we used to levy 0.2% in the case of municipalities and Nagar Panchayats. And in the case of corporations, the residential and the non-residential, the rate is not less than 15% and more than, not less than 30% and more than 15%. And for vacant land tax, we used to have the 0.5% on the capital value we used to levy. And in this system, we have to take the council resolution for the enhancement of the tax. Actually, as per the act, for every 5 years we have to revise. But the residential properties we could able to revise in the 2002 and the non-residential properties in 2007 because of various factors. Now we have, because of Government of India under fiscal responsibility and budget management, this FRBM reforms, it has indicated us to all the states to notify the floor rates of property tax in consonance with the prevailing rates of, that is guideline values of the registration fixed by the registration department for property tax transactions. And it had and also it had told to have periodic increase in the floor rates of the property tax with the price increase. And the 15th Finance Commission also, as well as it is also saying to implement the same reforms. Hence, the government of Andhra Pradesh had adapted these floor rates in levy and assessment of property tax to strengthen the financial system of the ULBs. As a part and parcel of the implementation, we have constituted the state level committee with some municipal commissioners and revenue officers. And the committee studied the capital value system being implemented in Maharashtra and Karnataka and adopted the model. And as a part of the study, some standard parameters were taken during it. That is 1,000 square feet plinth area, similar towns, similar localities. Basing on that, the committee had submitted recommendations. And we have taken the precautions that existing sample data under ARV in different zones, what earlier in the system, pertaining to residential and non-residential properties for similar type of constructions, and the data corresponding to the land and building capital values of those properties. And basing on that, we have arrived the equivalent percentage of the capital value to match the existing arriving and tax arrived on the annual rental value basis. After analyzing all these parameters, the information after taking in the sample assessments, then we have arrived at the minimum and maximum for equivalent percentage to make the existing annual rental value tax arrive. And then finally, we have the AP government has issued an ordinance number 16, and the act amendments were carried out in the different acts. That is the Municipal Corporations Act in 1955, AP Municipalities Act 1965, and we are having the corporations, different acts, Visakhapatnam Municipal Corporation Act 1979 and Vijayawada Corporation Act 1981 and AP Municipal Corporations Act 1994, which is implemented for other corporations. So basing on that, we have issued, as per the ordinance, we have issued the GOMS number 198 in 24/11/2020, and basing on the ordinance, again, the legislator and certain act amendments were carried out by Act number 44 of 2020 and published on 31st December 2020. And I am here with giving the gist of property tax amendments and rules. And property tax in the capital guideline value system is levied. Now we have fixed basing on the earlier what I have said. Basing on that, we have arrived at the minimum and maximum percentage, and the system came into effect with effect from 1/4/2021. So 0.1 to 0.5% of the capital value for the residential buildings, and 0.2 to 2% of the capital value for non-residential buildings. We have fixed the percentage, and out of the percentage fixed, 50% tax is earmarked for the tax for general purposes. In every property tax, there will be components. For general purpose, we have earmarked 50%, and the remaining 50% we have distributed to water, drainage, lighting, and conservancy tax. The plinth area of the building underneath the building considered for the area of the building as well as the building plinth area are considered for the purpose of calculation of this property tax. And unit of measurement we have taken for the land in the square feet and for plots in square yards. And nominal property tax 50%, 50 rupees is fixed for the plinth area of the building is below 375 square feet. That is for the weaker section colonies we have and the smaller section people. This benefit was given. And the vacant land tax earlier also that is 0.2% on capital value in municipalities and 0.5% in case of corporations it's levied. The present system which we are implementing is in case of mixed properties. What we have taken is the major occupied uses of the building has been taken into the consideration to fix up the percentage on the capital value. And the major feature is earlier I have told that in 2002 we could able to revise the annual rental value based taxation for residential and 2007 to non-residential. But here in the because of the FRBM reforms in this system, as per the reforms we have taken up, this property tax is revised automatically whenever the stamps and registration department revise the rates. That is every year in Andhra Pradesh in August, the stamp and registration department usually revise the rate basing on the prevailing market values. Basing on that, we will revise on every 1st April of succeeding financial year. So every year there will be an increase, and the depreciation as per on the structure is also given in this. 1% for completed year after 10 years of construction under this capital value system. So this capital value system calculation, individual buildings, common rates we will adopt, and land underneath the building has to be taken, and apartments we will take composite rate. Land underneath the building need not be taken for these apartments. And because the capital values, as you know, they are also very high. So depending upon the taxpayers' resistance and the keeping all the things in the mind, we have in the transition stage we have imposed certain limitations for the ease of the public. That is when the existing is the annual rental value system. If the existing tax is less than the tax fixed in capital value system, then we have increased if the existing tax is required to be increased by more than 15% to reach the calculated in capital value, then we have imposed a limitation that increase shall be limited to the 15%. And next, the existing tax is required to be increased between, if it is 10% to 15%, the increase should be actual gap percentage. If it is 12%, the 12%. Likewise, actual gap percentage is taken. And if the existing tax is required to be increased up to 10% to reach the capital of the tax cap calculated on capital value, then the increase will be 10%. If it is 5% also, the minimum increase of 10% has been imposed. When the existing tax is in the ARV system is more than or equal to the tax calculated on capital value, then there won't be any reduction, but 10% minimal increase we have imposed. Next. And in the subsequent years also, the transition provision is imposed. When the existing tax is more than 15%, the increase shall be limited to 15%. And if it is less than 15%, it is actual gap percentage. And if it is similar to the existing tax, then there won't be any reduction, but any minimum nominal 2% enhancement is imposed. And because of this revision, we could able to successfully implement it from 1/4/2021. And the financial position was also improved, and definitely it will catch up to that level because of the every year increase. And we are having an total assessments of 33.59 lakhs at in that year. And we have got 12.60% enhancement. And at the time, we are having 1090.68 demand. And in this capital value method, we could able to raise it up to 1228.16, and the increase is 137.48 crores. And in 2022-23 also we have implemented, and it is 8.18%, and the 33.79 lakhs are the assessments, and the capital value 1234.90 crores, and the increase is 1335.88 crores, and the increase in demand, net increase is 100.98 crores. So we have faced certain challenges in the implementation that are because of the it's a kind of totally a different system, which has to be the councils, the municipal councils has to give a resolution on the imposition of the percentage of for adoption of this new system as per the government order, as well as for adoption of the rate of taxation to be fixed for residential and non-residential properties. Of course, that we have successfully overcrossed, and all the councils have given resolution. And the act amendments also, because it is an entirely kind of new system, very meticulous manner, the act amendments and rules were carried out. And the guideline values of the lands and buildings department from registration stamp departments also we have taken and mapped to the existing property tax assessments basing on the common data structure we have taken, and we have carry forwarded those values. And all the people who are working, all the revenue officials who are in this involved in the system, we have driven them to impose, to adapt this system and to assess in this system. And we have entirely the annual rental value system. We have since earlier through EGO Foundation, we got the enterprise resource modules. We have imposed this property tax system, auto calculation and auto payments, and all. We have implemented all the reforms earlier. And now the entirely new system, the capital value system, we have imposed, we have developed software accordingly, and we have introduced. Sorry. So and accordingly arriving of the minimum and maximum taxation values also basing on the existing capital values and existing rental values, that challenge also we have faced. Next. And this earlier advantages, the annual rental value system is very complex earlier because it is having more than 6 types of construction categories, active as well as the usage categories. And it's difficult to the public, to the general public to understand this earlier capital rental value system. And now this capital value system, it is a very scientific mode, incorporating the principles of equality, objectivity, and simplicity, and uniformly for the similar buildings and for which are used for the similar purposes situated in similar same localities. And the very good feature is regular revision of property tax on par with market values, and the elimination of discretion. However, there won't be any discretion to the assessing authorities, and arbitrariness is also avoided in this new system. And compliance, reduction in compliance also automatically there are reduction in compliance. And we have simplified the procedure and we have made it transparent. And we have introduced the self-assessment system also in very transparent mode in our dashboards. Any people, if they want how much tax is being levied in the capital value system, they can auto-calculate and they can arrive it. And we have integrated the database of registration and stamps department with that of municipal records. And we are also going to have a common data structure. We are also working on it so that directly it can be incorporated. And hence the property tax is now calculated on the capital value of property tax property. I am explaining about the calculation. The capital value is arrived on land plus structure of the property based on the capital value rate fixed by the stamps and registration department. And IGRS has already defined the capital rates in two forms, that is Form 1 and Form 2. Form 1 has structure rates defined which are common for all the ULBs across the state. And rate is defined for each square feet of the plinth area of the structure, which is as follows. That is, they have, this is the notified one in the, as per the Gazette notification, we got different kind of rates for per square feet for RCC ordinary buildings and depending upon the material and all. So if there are walls, if there are without walls, likewise, they have fixed different category for municipalities, corporations, and major gram panchayats and minor gram panchayats. This value is already notified by the IGRS that we are taking for the buildings. Next. In Form 2, already they got fixed in Form 2 for both land and composite rates defined, and composite rate is considered for calculation of capital value of property, which falls under apartment. For individual buildings, what I have shown that is taken, and for apartments, this composite value is taken, and land rate is defined for each square yards and composite rate is defined for each square feet. These are the just examples. One district screen. That is district Guntur. For example, Guntur, one locality, it's ward and block number. And the land rate, what the fixed land rate is shown, and the composite rate, it is again it differs from ground floor and first floor, other floors. Like so, there may be a difference, and classification also residential and non-residential classifications will be there. And this IGRS rates we have taken the 10/8/2020 rates because in those rates 21 they have not taken because of some revision of rates and all. So those rates we have taken and adapted successfully for 22-23, and now for 23-24 also we are working out, because in August 22 they have already revised the rates, and basing on those rates we will be adapting our system from 23-24 also. Next. So this is the one screen what we have developed. And the components in the property tax, I have told the rate of taxation that we have developed the screen, and each ULB has to enter its value of capital rate of taxation, and for different components how much it has fixed. We have provided a screen to all.
Ma'am, you have another 1 minute. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah. So we have accordingly adopted the rate of taxation. And the depreciation, I have already told that up to maximum of 10% above 10 years, subject to every 10 years, there is depreciation and calculation of value. And unauthorized construction also, the beauty of the system is we have adapted as per the act. If there is any unauthorized construction is taken up, we used to levy the penalties also on the property tax. That is also being incorporated in the value calculation value system. And we are adapting and accordingly and fixing. This is just one example we have given how much rate of taxation in for one Gunturu corporation. We have given one how we are going to fix up the value 94.69 square yards. So we have already taken that 27,000. How much value it is for land? How much we have taken? And library cess is also there as per that. So what is the tax on land? And accordingly, building in square feet we have taken, and the capital value of the structure is taken as composite rate, and we have fixed the net capital value after depreciation. And the structure and land together we have taken, and the library says accordingly The rate of taxation is unstructured, it is 8%. We have taken that, finally we have arrived at 662 rupees at the property tax. And this is one more example. Of course, this is one more example. This unauthorized construction penalty. Finally, we have got. Finally, the same example. It is coming at the total after limitation. Limitation also you can see in R. 15% limitation is imposed. So existing ARV plus limitation amount, we have imposed 587 rupees to that property. So we have given certain examples also. For this, we have given to all the councils and all the public press and all how much the tax. If it is 375, above 375, it is below 375. By giving different examples, we have publicized into the public how the tax is being fixed, how they are getting the taxes, property tax, how they can pay without any issues. So we got very less number of revision petitions also on this imposed new system, and very few court cases are also filed. The no stays, no nothing was granted. This is all welcomed by the people, citizens of the AP, and now we are successfully implementing without any hurdles. This is what I want to submit. Thank you. Thank you to all the
Thank you, ma'am. I think very good presentation. It is the capital value system is more rational, transparent, and it is now more streamlined as you have implemented it on ERP also. But by the way, how much do you see that your revenue have gone up after implementation this?
This is I have given, sir. This is percentage value we have taken. In the first year, we have increased 12.60% we got, and in this year 8.18%.
Okay,
Every
okay,
year,
and
definitely there will be.
and are you able to cover the 100% population and 100% buildings?
Yes. There is now in Andhra Pradesh, we got a beautiful system of ward secretariats to deliver the services for each 1,000 households. And in that system, we are having one administrative secretary, that is earlier we used to name him as tax collector, and all 1,000 households, around 1,000 households, he regularly visits. If any unassessed, if any new constructions, if any underassessed, automatically they'll be bringing to the system.
And last question, are you able to meet your O&M expenditures fully, or is still dependent on government subsidy?
No. We could able to manage that.
Very good, very good. In fact, this was the problem earlier, about 8 or 10 years back. Municipalities across the country were short of money. They could not upgrade their infrastructure. Many of them issued bonds also, but all failed. But I am very happy that you are able to meet your expenditure fully. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you,
please.
Thank you.
Excellent work.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, is your system still using old recording of database on registers, or you have made it fully?
No, sir, everything is digitized, sir. Now everything earlier also from 2016 we got this enterprise resource plan project method we are using, and earlier also we got use with that. So from 2003 we digitized all the records.
Okay,
So,
excellent work. Thank you. No specific question to us.
Thank you, Sridhar.
This meeting is being recorded.
To discharge the 18 functions evolved under 74th Constitution Act, the ULBs are empowered to generate its own revenues as per Act provisions, various Act provisions. And apart from the own revenues, the state and central governments also release various grants, and ULBs provide civic amenities for providing development of urban areas. And the main objective is to ensure that suitable levels of infrastructure and services are ensured to the urban citizens. And as a part of that, all the receipts and expenditure which are being received and expended, the ULBs generally they do maintain books of accounts. And for the financial the National Municipal Accounts Manual As per the norms, the ULB shall prepare the books of accounts under double entry accrual based accounting system. And accordingly, the Andhra Pradesh government has introduced the DBAS application in the year, in the first of kind 2009 and 10, and used up to that system 2015-16. And the transactions in the DBAS are posted in the application and after the completion of the transaction. And the individual user roles are not created, and all transactions updated on one common login only. They don't have separate users. So under common login only, they used to be updated. The finance module was digitally available, but the remaining all modules on the different platforms, we have not integrated to each other. And the collection and expenditure details are also updated manually in the DBAS. Hence, we does not use to get the financial transactions instantly whenever they are needed. And in every aspect, the manual intervention used to be needed at that time. And we used to put more efforts and time for preparation of the annual accounts. And as everybody knows, the preparation of annual accounts and the intent submission and the completion of audit are linked to GOI reforms, and every time used to face a lot of difficulty. So to overcome all these hurdles, we have designed a common integrated platform and introduced in the 2016-17 financial year, and introduced it to all the ULBs in the state. And this, as I have told, that even the property tax also under e-municipal ERP, we have introduced 21 modules. So apart from in that module, this is also one of the financial module also developed. We have computerized almost all the functions of the ULB under one platform. It is developed under cloud-based technology. And we have integrated all the revenue and expenditure modules to the this finance module. And all the financial activities of ULBs pertaining to planning, sourcing, utilizing, disbursing, controlling, and reporting are inbuilt in this financial system. So all these transactions are posted in the financial module on real-time basis, including online collections of various municipal taxes and non-taxes. Once the transactions are updated and posted, the same is being automatically updated in the relevant ledgers and the trial balance and I&E account and balance sheet. So the preparation of financial statements and finalization of financial statements were made easy because of this system, and it improved the financial responsibility and transparency among the employees also, with fixed responsibilities on each and every accounts employee. And even the MIS reports also are available in the application and useful to the administration. And whenever we are needed, we used to take that reports and we used to take important decisions in the administration as well. And in the financial module implementation also, we have faced certain challenges. That is integration of application, duly evolving all the functions and functionalities of the ULBs. And we have the integration with the AP central financial from the state. We used to be, because for transactions of the money and the for grants and our own grants are linked with AP CFSS and AP online. Me Seva, likewise, the other service government department, we used to cater our services also. And the public works monitoring works module system, this integration is also a little bit challenge we faced. And especially the employees, we used to do the accounts systems in earlier DBAS system to converting to this system into the online, with integrating in online with all applications, and also capturing of valuing of municipal assets. To arrive the opening balances in this system, as we felt very lot of difficulty because the engineering planning officials were involved in capturing and valuing of municipal assets. So different as per the standard methodologies they have arrived at. So for this we have conducted thorough analysis and appraisal sessions with interdepartmental people on all applications. And we got it made easy, and user manuals are prepared and provided to each and every officer involved in this, and in-depth trainings and hands-on sessions were conducted, And very good sophisticated training was given to accounts personnel on budgeting and finalization of accounts. So the process involved in the implementation of e-municipal ERP finance module is: step one, we have formed a committee of experts with group of experts in ULB finances to design this module application by duly incorporating the procedures in municipal acts and the National Municipal Account Manual guidelines. And then the step two, what we have done is in 2016-17, this was after that, we have introduced all the this module, and we have conducted, as I'm told, we have conducted the various trainings and hands-on on this UAT platform. And also the accounts personnel were very well trained, and I have told about the other employees, and the account personnel are very well trained in e-budget, posting of closing and adjustment entries, reconciliation, and ultimately the finalization of annual accounts and every year. So helped us also we have provided to resolve all the issues raised in the implementation, and immediately we used to resolve. Ticketing provision has been introduced, and we used to resolve all the issues immediately after they have come up. And I have told already the user manuals with screenshots were provided and shared to all the users for easy understanding, which made us to implement this system very easily. And this cloud-based technology application, we have incorporated all the procedures as per the municipal guidelines, as per the norms, and real-time updations of all transactions in the respective modules also we have, because if anybody collects any lease amount through challenge, that is automatically posted in the concerned module of collection module of leases also. That's that kind of system we have developed. So automatically that is being posted in the concerned modules. And the financial portion of the ULB also instantly we can know in a single click. And certain internal controls are also inbuilt in the application to prevent fraud and misappropriations in this system. And we have integrated this with the AP Central Financial Monitoring System of the State Finance Portal. And online collections are all posted on real time in ERP, and at the same time to the urban local bodies PD accounts also. So the pre-deployment and post-deployment scenario, once again, I want to just earlier, as I told, accounting entries have to be used to be posted manually after the completion of transactions. And because of the manual interventions, the finalization of annual accounts used to take a lot of time and efforts. We could not able to conclude in time. And there is no accountability in the accounting staff also. And also the citizens also, for various taxes and non-taxes dues, they can in online payment services could not be enabled. And this, even though the DBAS application is designed on National Municipal Accounts Manual guidelines, it's not developed on the basis of accrual system of accounting. So and then further, though, no internal controls and no MIS reports likewise. So because of the introduction of this financial module from 2016-17, as I already told, we could able to post all the transactions in the live, and all the respective ledgers and finance statements are updated in the real time, which enabled us to finalize the annual accounts on easy basis and within the timelines. And we have integrated all the modules, so this has brought transparency and accountability among all the concerned municipal employees. And the citizens also, they can pay it in online from anywhere at any time. Online payment gateways were developed so that that amount, whatever received, is automatically posted in the municipalities' PD accounts. And we have strictly complied all the guidelines of the National Municipal Accounting Manuals, and certain internal controls are also developed. And the MIS reports also we could easily we could be able to get, and we could able to provide wherever the missing links and wherever the expenditure has to be made, and wherever in sector wise, and wherever the receipts are being in backlog, item wise and issues, we could able to see in the financial module. So overall portion of the financial portion of receipts and receivables are easily available. So in the benefit, the benefits are user role based system. This is the user role based system and integrated real time application and enabling the citizens to use the services from anywhere at any time, and real updation of the transactions and timely submission of the annual accounts, and accountability, transparency, and MIS reports for decision making can be generated. So we have integrated, the most beautiful part is the collection system is also, we have integrated with the APV CFMS. So all collection channels via online portals and mobile applications. Now the AP Service Seva portal is also there for us with ward secretariats, and earlier there used to be AP B Seva, AP Online, the various services we could able to integrate all these collections so that the real-time updation of entries and auto posting of entries in the books of accountable. It's a beautiful innovative system we have introduced, and auto reconciliation and more gateways for the citizens. And for expenditure side also, ULBs are now processing the bills from works module. I have told that 21 modules were developed out of the works modules is also one of the very good module in which works are entered. And this is integrated to finance modules, thereby enabling payment through APCFMS. This process is this process avoided as duplication of work and brought transparency in the system. So we could be able to provide more analytical reports also for easy understanding of the financial portion of the ULB. So this is the model trial balance sheet. Our accounts officer, Mr. A.V. Rao, will explain this if permitted. This is a system generated statement actually. As in the account books, this is the most important one, this trial balance. And our accounts, this model income and expenditure is also, this is also the system generated statement. Income of tax revenues, assigned revenues, the rental incomes, fees, user charges. Likewise, this is the income, receivables, whatever and after that expenditure also it is there. Even the liabilities, whatever the liabilities are there, and assets, fixed assets are shown in this balance sheet.
Thank you.
So this trial balance sheet with the financial statements every year we could able to finalize, and we could able to produce to the audit in time. As per statutory audit, actually we have to produce the annual accounts before June to the audit party, and audit used to be these all audited account statements, everything we used to put in online dashboards. As per the Finance Commission reforms also, we could able to generate all kind of statements, whatever required, and we are posting in the websites whenever they are needed. And now as per the Financial Commission guidelines also, before May this time, we have to produce the annual accounts, and we are confident that we can do because of this financial module implementation as part of ERP. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Very good effort. In fact, you have mentioned about audit party. I think I don't think that audit party need to visit even your premises. They can remotely do it. You can provide them user ID and password and all that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is also, I am very happily to say that, sir. Now the audit department, as a Directorate of Audit Department, as per the government instructions, they are very much now introduced the internal audit mechanism in online. Whatever that is very clear, very true, sir. That also we are introducing from this year, this online internal audit system as, for this thing, so that nobody can come and even visit the municipality.
In fact, this is a very good project. As per your knowledge, do you other municipal corporations have also done in the country such a project?
Sir, that I think the Madras Chennai Corporation has done, sir.
Okay,
But,
okay.
Only Tamil Nadu I have done.
I think you should create a forum by which this best practices can be emulated by other corporations also.
Definitely, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the suggestion, sir.
I think you need to spread this good work for the benefit of the country. Thank
sir.
you, bhai.
Thank you.
Excellent, outstanding work.
Thank you, Sharma ji. Thank you very much.
Very good system improvement scheme. Thank you. No specific question.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Singh ji.